or not. And I got a killer quote for that one.
I'm streaming.
Sweet. Can you lead me?
Oh yeah. Okay, so has home evictions been occurring in the past couple of years, or is it just? I mean, I'm not gonna have myself on camera. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna lead the question then and ask myself. Is this, the idea of evicting homeowners and throwing them out, is this a recent development, or is this a recent sort of plan, as opposed to one that's been in the works for some time?
Yeah, I don't have light on one side of your face.
For sure. Is that any better? I don't know what I need to do to orient.
Come a little closer to the light.
Cool.
Oh shoot, I think yeah, that's how it's going.
Just gotta wash out.
Just kind of one whole side of your face is dark.
Gotcha.
I think
Can you go
if you
there?
step back a little bit and have him come over here, it'll be better.
Oh, over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is the context of this home eviction? Have these been happening often?
Well, this is sort of the culmination of a really long and slow-moving plan. And it was actually J.P. Morgan circa 1913 who wrote that capital must protect itself in every way. Debts must be collected and loans and mortgages foreclosed as soon as possible. When through a process of law the common people have lost their homes, they will be more tractable and more easily governed by the strong arm of the law, applied by the central power of leading financiers. People without homes will not quarrel with their leaders. This is well known among principled men, now engaged in forming an imperialism of capitalism to govern the world. By dividing the people, we can get them to expend their energies in fighting over questions of no importance to us, except as teachers of the common herd. Now, you'll have to fact check that one and make sure that's a real quote. But I think that really speaks to, that's 1913. That's the year that we instituted the Federal Reserve. That's the year we created the Internal Revenue Service. That's the year that we decided to start borrowing our own currency from private banks and paying interest on it instead of just creating it ourselves. And I think it all stems out of that. This is a land grab. We're dealing with the largest land grab since white people colonized America. And we're living it right now. And there's no more important moment than right now to be fighting against the banks.
Is this home? Have you been involved in other home eviction cases, or?
Yeah, I've been involved with Occupy Fights foreclosures since inception, and we fought for directly, as far as home occupations go, about a half dozen houses. As far as cases that haven't necessarily gotten this far, we're well over 20 now.
Is this? I mean, do you see any trend in how home evictions are dealt with? Any progress in how the courts deal with them?
No, well, there's definitely a trend, and the trend is that we have a kangaroo court system. We have judges who, by all rights, should recuse themselves from every case that they're adjudicating right now. The banks oversee the retirement accounts, the pension funds of these judges, which means just like the hedge funds swap in public funds at the last minute before these crashes happen, if a judge is not on the right side of where the banks want he or she to be, their pension can just as easily evaporate. So the people who they're supposed to be ruling against in cases when they're acting unjustly hold the keys to their financial security for the rest of their lives. So I don't think it's any surprise that we're dealing with a completely bought system. What I am surprised by in this particular case is that we found collusion between the sheriff's department and the banks. And to me, that was a stunning development when we discovered yesterday that the sheriffs were knowingly lying to us and knowingly using a language barrier and race as a divisive issue, as an attempt to paint this homeowner as incompetent, and as an attempt to say that, oh, if only you'd followed this process properly, everything would have been okay, but you didn't, and now it's too late. Well, the problem is she did. And because she did, and because we have proof of it, we now have proof of a conspiracy between the banks, Deutsche Bank and others, and the sheriff's department in colluding to kick these people out unlawfully.
Is that in the paperwork that you've seen?
I'm holding it right here. The whole file. I can photocopy every page of it and give it to you.
And what is that data say?
Essentially, on the 23rd of September, the family entered at the sheriff's department a ruling that said that this home, that the writ of execution, which is what allows the sheriffs to come in, could not be executed until after the 27th of October. And the claim, that was a federal judge's ruling, and we have it in writing right here. And the family went and entered that into the sheriff's office record. And the sheriff's office claims that they didn't receive it, but we have a stamped copy that shows that they did. And that means that the entire eviction that was carried out was completely fraudulent. And they've completely opened themselves up, the county and the banks, because the banks knowingly forced or pressured the sheriff's department to evict anyway. They both knew what was going on, and they did it anyway. And that means that they're both open to an enormous lawsuit that we never expected.
Wait, so what's their motivation?
We're gonna have GA now, so.
I don't care.
Okay.
The motivation is to grab these houses as quickly as possible, and to get these people on the street as quickly as possible.
A particular kind of people, or?
Well, I believe that this has been a race issue since the beginning.
But you wanna watch this one?
You know, loan brokers were being paid greater commissions to trick people into taking worse loans than they qualified. And it was up to the homeowner to ask when they were offered a loan, do I qualify?
Okay, it's time for a general assembly, so we're gonna go inside and find out if we can live stream the general assembly.
And when you don't speak
Hi
English,
guys.
how easy is it for you to be talked into a worse loan than you pay? I believe that the language barrier has been used every
So I'm on my way inside of the. Hello. Is everybody cool with live streaming, Benji, or we haven't decided?
Mute, pause it before.
Okay.
Is it on stream right now?
It's streaming right now.
All right, let me do this. All
Okay.
right. So.
Wait, let's get you in the light. Here.
Yeah,
Turn
yeah,
this
yeah.
way.
Yeah. All right. So this is Fort Lucero, and I would like to have the GA stream.
So I can press mute while we decide, and then.
Well, you can press mute and like have it pointed down
Yeah.
on the ground,
Yeah.
and if it's consensed, no, you know, it is. I really think that there's a lot that we could be done with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys, I'm gonna hit mute right now, and we'll
Or
be
you can
back.
just honestly, you can just go it off stream and then restart if it does happen. You know
Sometimes
what
I lose viewers that way.
I mean? I feel you. Okay.
Yeah. So you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hit mute, and we're gonna decide if we can do GA. We'll be in a minute.
Mic check.
Mic check.
So Patty's a streamer of ours.
Patty's a streamer of ours.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
I'll pause.
Mic check.
Mic check. Okay, so Patty is a streamer of ours,
Patty's a streamer of ours.
and I personally would think it'd be beneficial if we had our GA streamed.
And I personally think it would be beneficial if we had our GA streamed.
But I am not anyone important,
Not anyone important.
and I would like to
Alright guys, sorry about the mute. We're going to go ahead and start GA in a second now. But we did come to consensus that we will stream part of the GA, and if there's anything personal, then if there are certain personal things that are discussed, we're going to go ahead and hit mute.
The importance of the GA.
Basically, what we're saying is. Okay, good night, brother. Good night. It's very important to know and to tell the world that we are very transparent. We have no hidden agenda here except to fight foreclosures. That is our thing. We fight foreclosures. The other thing is that we do may say some things here that require some planning.